On September 10th, 2025, the energy of the universe turns a corner. Yesterday marked the closing of old cycles. Today, a door opens, a rare moment to reset your mind, break free from patterns that held you back, and step into a new life. Science shows your brain is not fixed. It can be rewired with thought, focus, and intention. Ancient teachings and modern research both point to the same truth. What you choose to focus on today can shape your future. In this video, you will learn how to reprogram your mind step by step, why this date carries a unique energy, and how simple daily actions can unlock a path you did not know was possible. Stay with me until the end, because one insight shared here could become the spark that transforms everything for you. Welcome to our channel, where we explore the hidden power of the mind and the mysteries of the cosmos. If you want to grow with us on this journey, make sure you subscribe right now. September 9th carried the weight of endings. It was a day often linked with cycles reaching their close, a time when unfinished chapters finally found their last page. For many, it brought realizations about habits that no longer served them, relationships that had run their course, or thought patterns that kept looping without progress. It was a moment that quietly asked people to release, to let go, and to honor the lessons of the past. That closing of energy creates a natural pause, a silence between what has been and what is about to come. Now comes September 10th. This date does not arrive as just another day on the calendar. It carries with it the feeling of a reset, almost like a breath after exhaling completely. Where yesterday was about closure, today is about stepping forward with clarity. The energy shifts from endings to beginnings, from release to creation. This is the point where the mind is most open to renewal, ready to be programmed with fresh intentions and bold decisions. Reprogramming the mind is not only about motivation, it is about taking advantage of timing. September 10th acts like fertile ground after a long harvest, waiting for seeds to be planted. Whatever thoughts, affirmations, or visions you hold today can grow with unusual speed because the mind is not weighed down by what it carried before. That is why this date matters. It is not coincidence, it is rhythm. The closing on the 9th and the opening on the 10th create a rare back-to-back alignment of release and renewal. This is the perfect window to shift inner dialogue, to introduce new beliefs, and to set actions that align with the life you want to build. When old cycles end, new pathways appear. The mind feels lighter, clearer, and more receptive. September 10th, 2025 stands as a threshold where yesterday's closures transform into today's opportunities. It is the moment to consciously step in, to declare new beginnings, and to allow your inner programming to match the future you are ready to live. To reprogram your mind is to recognize that your brain is not fixed in stone. It is alive, flexible, and constantly adapting to the signals you feed it. Every thought creates a pathway, and the more often that thought is repeated, the stronger the pathway becomes. This is why old habits feel so natural, because the brain has practiced them for years. Yet the same mechanism that built those old patterns can also build new ones. The mind is not locked in place. It is a living system that reshapes itself through focus and repetition. Old beliefs often take root without us even realizing it. They come from childhood experiences, social conditioning, or repeated stories we tell ourselves. I cannot succeed. I am unlucky. Things never change. These phrases, said often enough, sink into the subconscious and operate like hidden programs. Reprogramming the mind means challenging those outdated beliefs and showing the brain a new script. Just as a computer can run updated software, your brain can begin running a new set of instructions designed to support your growth instead of holding you back. This process does not erase the past, but it does loosen its grip. With awareness, you can catch yourself when the old voice speaks and deliberately replace it with a new one. Each time you choose the new thought, the new affirmation, or the new action, your brain begins to shift. Over time, the old pathway weakens from lack of use, and the new one grows stronger until it becomes the default. Reprogramming also involves emotion. A thought repeated with feeling imprints more deeply than words spoken without energy. When you see yourself as capable, when you feel gratitude for small changes, when you allow excitement to color your vision of the future, the brain records it as real. This is the essence of change. It is not about forcing yourself into something artificial. It is about teaching your mind to recognize a new truth. You are not stuck, you are rewritable, and every thought you nurture writes the next line of your story. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools for reprogramming the mind. When you consistently see the life you want in your inner world, your brain begins to respond as if it is already happening. The more detail you give these inner pictures, the more familiar they become. This practice signals your subconscious to start aligning thoughts, choices, and actions with that vision. Over time, what was once only in your imagination becomes the blueprint your brain follows in daily life. Affirmations work in a similar way, but through the power of spoken or written words. By repeating what you want to believe, you are sending instructions to your subconscious mind. At first, the words may feel uncomfortable or untrue, but with repetition, the brain begins to accept them. Simple statements such as, "I am worthy of success," or "I attract opportunities every day," slowly rewrite the narrative, running beneath the surface. Affirmations are most effective when said with emotion, because feeling anchors the belief deeper into the mind. Mindfulness adds another layer to this process. It is the act of noticing old patterns as they arise, before they take control. When you catch yourself repeating a negative thought or reacting out of habit, mindfulness gives you the space to pause. That pause is powerful because it creates choice. Instead of falling into the same loop, you can redirect your focus to the new belief you want to strengthen. This repeated awareness weakens the hold of old programming and clears space for the new. Small daily habits are the glue that holds all these tools together. Change does not happen in one dramatic step, but in steady, consistent actions. A few minutes of visualization in the morning, affirmations spoken throughout the day, and a mindful check-in before bed can build enormous transformation over time. These habits anchor the shift so it becomes part of who you are, not just something you practice. Each repetition rewires the brain a little more, creating a strong foundation for the life you want to build. Step by step, these tools create lasting change and open the path to a new reality. The first step in reprogramming your mind is to write down what you are ready to release. This act may look simple, yet it carries real power. Putting old habits, limiting beliefs, or painful experiences onto paper signals to your mind that you are no longer willing to carry them forward. The written word acts like a mirror, showing you what has been taking space in your thoughts. Once identified, those patterns lose some of their hidden control, and you begin to feel lighter. The second step is to create a clear new intention. This is where direction begins. A vague goal will not stick, but a specific focus statement can. Clarity gives your mind a target to follow. When you declare something like, "I choose peace in my daily life," or "I welcome abundance into my path," you give your brain new instructions to act upon. The more precise and simple the intention, the stronger it becomes. Step 3 is to visualize yourself already living this intention. Close your eyes and see the details of this new life. Notice how it feels, what you are doing, how your body and mind respond in this imagined reality. Visualization imprints these images into your subconscious, and the brain begins to recognize them as familiar experiences. Over time, this repeated practice draws your outer world closer to what you see inside. The fourth step is to speak and write affirmations every day. This repetition is vital. By voicing your intentions and recording them in writing, you are reinforcing the message over and over again. The subconscious mind learns through persistence, and affirmations act as reminders that keep the new program running. The fifth step is consistency. Change becomes natural when it is practiced daily. Even small actions, when repeated, grow into unshakable habits. Consistency teaches the brain that this new way of thinking is no longer temporary, but permanent. Each step builds on the one before it, guiding your mind gently but firmly into alignment with the life you are ready to create. Step by step, the process becomes easier, until it feels like your natural state of being. Reprogramming the mind works because the brain is built to follow repetition. Every time a thought is repeated, neurons fire in the same sequence, and with each firing, the connection between them grows stronger. Over weeks and months, this repeated activity creates well-worn pathways that the brain automatically prefers. That is why habits feel so natural, even when they are unhelpful. It is not magic but wiring. The more you repeat a thought or behavior, the easier it becomes for your brain to choose it again. This is the foundation of mental change. What you focus on grows stronger because the brain devotes energy to whatever it believes is most important. Focus acts like a spotlight, drawing attention and resources to a specific area. When you dwell on worry, fear, or lack, the brain strengthens those circuits. When you place focus on gratitude, success, or confidence, those circuits expand instead. The mind cannot tell the difference between a thought you are entertaining and an event you are experiencing in real time. For the brain, both are equally real, and it adapts according to the direction you choose. Pairing thought with emotion takes this process further and locks it into reality. A thought alone is powerful, but when charged with feeling, it becomes unforgettable to the subconscious mind. Think of moments of joy, anger, or deep sadness. They remain vivid because the emotion carved them deeper into memory. In the same way, when you repeat affirmations with enthusiasm or visualize your future with excitement, the brain records these signals as truth. The combination of thought and emotion creates a powerful impression that shapes not only your inner world, but the choices you make in the outer one. This is why reprogramming works. It does not rely on willpower alone, but on the natural mechanics of how the brain learns. Repetition builds new patterns, focus strengthens them, and emotion locks them in place. With each cycle, the old wiring weakens, and the new one becomes dominant. Over time, this shift changes how you think, how you feel, and how you respond to life, guiding you steadily toward the reality you are creating. September 10th is not just another date on the calendar, it is the day to start fresh. The energy of closure has already passed, and now the space is clear for you to step into something new. All it takes is one small action today. Write down what you are ready to release, speak one powerful affirmation, or take a single step toward the life you want. A new path does not begin with giant leaps. It begins with one decision, made with intention, and carried forward with consistency. Your future self is waiting, and the doorway is open right now. If this message spoke to you, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your journey in the comments. Together we grow stronger, and together we create the lives we are meant to live.